If technology is your battlefield, then we'll give you the right weapons to fight with. Hello and welcome to another edition of Technoholik, where we get you addicted to technology every single week. First things first, take a look at what's coming up on the show today. This week on Technoholik, BlackBerry addicts rejoice. You can now get a BlackBerry for under 10,000 rupees. It was a great week in technology. We wrap up all the news for you. But up first, if you can't decide between a netbook or a laptop, the Dell Inspiron 15R might be the answer to that very question. Okay, so that's our lineup on the show this week, which means it's time to get on with our first gadget review. Today we're reviewing a laptop from Dell, and this is called the Dell Inspiron 15R. Now, we haven't reviewed laptops on the show for quite some time, Windows laptops that is, because let's face it, since the launch of the tablet, this space has little or no activity at all. The only laptops that we probably review on the show are Macs, and even more Macs. But the Dell Inspiron 15R might change all of that, because this is one fantastic laptop. I've got you all excited, so let's check out the specs first.
The latest generation of Dell Inspiron 15R features Intel Sandy Bridge core processors and your choice of surprisingly powerful integrated graphics or AMD Radeon discrete graphics for gaming, all wrapped in a stylish notebook with a reasonable price tag. The new Inspiron 15R features two variants of Intel's Core i3 and i5 processors. It also includes 15.6-inch HD display with LED backlighting. Windows 7 Home Premium comes preloaded, which is powered by a 6GB DDR3 RAM. For storage, the Dell Inspiron 15R has a 500GB hard drive. It has ports for USB 2.0, HDMI, VGA port, an AC adapter connector, audio jacks, and also integrated network connectors. The battery life is up to 4 hours, which is pretty good for mobility. Dell Inspiron 15R is priced at Rs 33,000.
Pretty impressive specs out there, but let's face it, most of the laptops in the same category also will offer the same amount of specifications. But what is the clincher for the Dell Inspiron 15R is its price. It starts from 31,000 rupees onwards for the i3 version, and it goes on there for the i5 and the i7 version. And I think that's a fantastic price for a laptop like this. It's heavy, but there's a full DVD drive included in it. It's got all the ports necessary. It supports full HDMI out. That screen is beautiful, 15 inches of HD glory. Everything works for this laptop. No denying that at all. And also a good thing about this laptop is that A, the keys are very well spaced, and it's got a full numeric keypad right on the side. So this is actually a full-fledged computer keyboard, and that is very, very fantastic. I found typing on this laptop to be really, really useful. Now, everything else works fine on the laptop. It comes with Windows 7. There's no hang-ups. Video works fine. Audio works fine. And also, there's a nifty little button right on the top to put your screen off, and you don't have to put it in hibernate mode. I thought that was a really neat trick by Dell, and they've pretty much got the Dell Inspiron series right up to that level where it can be bought as a laptop for your home and you wouldn't need anything else. So before you decide to buy this laptop or any laptop for that matter, you need to ask yourself two questions. A, does it look nice? And B, does it fit into my budget? And the Inspiron 15R answers both those questions satisfactorily. It's got excellent form factor, plus that added case from Dell is very good too, and plus it's for an excellent price of 31,000 rupees. So if you're a laptop person, this is the laptop to buy right now. But you're not going to be happy with just one option, are you? There's plenty more options available in this category, so we decided to give you the complete list.
Great pricing, brilliant HD display, so you must be thinking that the Dell Inspiron 15R is the budget laptop that you were looking for. Well, if you're not much of a Dell fan, here's a list of options that you can go for apart from the Dell Inspiron 15R. First up is the Samsung R522. Samsung's latest mainstream notebook does lots of things well. It looks great and adds a little class and refinement to this segment of laptops. With a 15-inch display, it features a decent 2 GHz Intel Core 2 Duo processor, a plentiful 4 GB DDR2 RAM, and a spacious 320 GB of hard drive. With decent specs, very good connectivity and excellent battery life, this is well worthy a laptop to give Dell 15R a run for its money. The price for owning the Samsung R522 is Rs 37,000. Next comes the Acer Aspire 555 2G. The Aspire 555 2G is a 15.6-inch display affordable price laptop powered by a dual-core AMD Athlon 2 processor. It comes preloaded with the latest Windows 7 OS. It also has a very decent battery backup and weighs just 2.5 kgs. The Aspire also sports the latest and the fastest connectivity options with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 3.0 and a gigabit Ethernet LAN. The price for owning the new Acer Aspire 555 2G laptop is Rs 30,000. Third is the HP Pavilion G4. HP is known to make solid and performance laptops, and the Pavilion G4 is a very good example of that. HP Pavilion G4 is powered by Intel Pentium dual-core processor and sports a 14-inch TFT display with 1366x768 resolution. It runs Windows 7 powered by an 8 GB RAM and has storage of 500 GB. The decent battery backup of this HP G4 comes from the standard 6-cell lithium-ion battery. Pavilion G4 weighs just 2.2 kg, so it's both light and solid. The G4 is yet to be launched in India, but when it finally lands, the pricing is expected to be in a range of 30 to 40,000. Fourth is the Sony Vaio VPC W125AGP. This laptop comes with Intel 1.66 GHz Atom processor, a 2 GB RAM and a 250 GB of hard drive. It has a 10.1-inch LED backlit display with resolutions of 1366x768 pixels. The laptop also has an integrated Intel Graphics Media Accelerator, 950 video card, Intel High Definition Audio sound card, Wi-Fi, touchpad mouse, inbuilt speakers and microphone. The laptop has interfaces like 2 USB ports, Bluetooth and a 3-in-1 digital media reader. It comes with an inbuilt VGA camera and Windows 7 Starter 32-bit operating system. The price for owning this Vaio is Rs 27,000. Last comes the Toshiba NB520. This 15-inch laptop from Toshiba houses a 2.53 GHz Intel Core i3-380 mobile processor. It runs Windows 7 Home Premium, which is powered by a 2 GB RAM, and for storage it has a 500 GB of hard disk space. For your graphics needs, it has an ATI Radeon 512MB graphics card. The price tag on this laptop from Toshiba is Rs 36,000.
With all those options, it's time to take a very small break on Technoholic. But on the other side, BlackBerry is under 10,000. Do you think that's possible? We'll tell you all the details after the break.